Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Heroic Nerd, and today we are absolutely finishing the final issue of Targitt, Man Stalker. So, the last ones were really fucking cool. This is the last one. Honestly, guys, I'm touched by John Targitt as a character. He's a little bit Dirty Harry. He's a little bit Frank Castle Punisher. He's a little bit James Bond. This guy is all over the place, and I'm loving every second of it. But this is it. This is the last issue, number 3. And I'm not expecting it to end. I'm not expecting any kind of closure or anything like that. I'm just happy for this ride, man. So, anyway, let's get into this. I'm not even going to screw around too much. Let's just figure this out right now. Okay, hold on. Anchors away, creeps. Here's where Targitt mops up. Wrong, meddler. You'll never survive the doom skulls of Professor Death. Oh my god. You see this fucking Dracula-looking motherfucker? Like, what is this? What the fuck? The doom skulls of... Oh my god, what? This is like fast action fury as Targitt fights the diabolical Professor Death. Yeah, feeling less like a winner now, but let's just get through it. If you were walking the streets outside a certain Midtown Manhattan office building last night, you might have heard the staccato roar of gunfire blasting down from the 4th floor. You might have heard men shouting with surprise and anger, almost snarling like beasts at bay. And a moment later, you might have heard those same men shrieking in fear. As Targitt keeps coming on. He's unstoppable. The man's an unstoppable angel of death, just like the Punisher. It ain't possible. It just ain't. Sure it's possible, fella. It's happening, isn't it? What's wrong, boys? Tongue-tied? That guy's unbelievable. He's like a one-man blitz. No way I'm sticking around here. Uh-oh. Hold it, Tabak. You're the reason I busted into this madhouse, and you're not going anywhere until we've had a little talk. Fat chance for that, pal. You think I'm crazy? You want to talk to me? Break down the door. He'll try it too, but this door's made with reinforced steel. I always knew I might have to make a getaway someday, and every little obstacle helps. Nobody can call Ralph Tabak a fool, no sir. Ralph Tombach, you're a fool, huh? What the hell? Who are you, Buster? What are you doing in my private... You have no privacy from me, Ralph Tombach. We had an agreement, remember? You were to provide certain services, and in return I would supply your capital. Holy, it's you! Listen, Professor, I never meant to rip you off. Honest to God, I never... Silence! You reneged our contract, Tombach. You tried to cheat me. Thus the contract is void. Professor Death, no! No! And you forfeit your life! With the skulls of death. The man said break down the door, but I know how much of a chance I have at that. But shooting the lock off, well, it's worth a try. Damn, even these Magnum 357 bullets won't pierce it. But they have to. No use. I can't blast the damn thing loose. Not to mention the fact that I'm short on ammo. As the president says, the nation is on gasoline. But maybe I loosened it enough to pull it open. Anything's worth a try. What the... I waste a week's supply of shells trying to get in, and somebody opens the door like I'm a preferred customer? No door bunny, though, but at least I'm on the inside. Now there are only 2 questions left. Who let me in, and why? It's gas, you dumb idiot. The answer is why, but I may not live to find out who. It's Professor Death, Skull's death. Like a damn fool, I walked into a trap. What an idiot. After all I've gone to buy it this way. Blacking out. I've got to get off the, Let this be a warning to the world. No man, not the FBI, CIA, or the entire underworld itself can halt the rise of the kingdom of Professor Death. That's interesting. He's an interesting looking character. I feel like I've seen him somewhere before in some previous comic book. The face looks familiar, but then again, it's fairly generic. He's just like a weird zombie necromancer, so who knows? The next morning, gang boss dead, and as another day's work begins in hidden FBI office ICE in Washington, D.C., Tombach's dead, and John Targitt's disappeared. Since Agent Targitt was assigned to Tambach, I assume the incidents are related. Targitt was to report to me at midnight, but he never called in. Therefore, I'm afraid we have to assume that whoever killed Tambach might very well have also finished Targitt. An unpleasant thought, but a realistic one. But regardless of our agent's fate, it's up to us to find out what happened to him. That's why you, Hunch, and Jackie are elected to accompany me to New York. We'll work as a team, check out all the leads, and pray we'll find that Targitt escaped the death trap somehow. Now don't ask questions. Just go home, get packed, and meet me at the airport in 1 hour. How can you be so cold-blooded about this, Carl? We're all John Targitt's friend, yet you make it sound as if he's just another number, something to be chalked off your tote board. Hunch is right, Carl. We have to believe that he's alive. We just have to. It's a rotten business, Jackie. You knew that when you joined the Bureau. Now get packed and let's go. We can't help Targitt by sitting around here arguing about humanity. 4 hours later, in a sleazy Greenwich Village diner. Give me some eggs and a hot cup of coffee, honey, and be quick about it. Yes, sir. It's easy to see you're a real gentleman, a dude with real class. Save your lip for your regulars, sweetie. Just bring me the chow. And if you're lucky, maybe I won't mess up your pretty face. Somebody's face is gonna get messed up, alright, Tambach, but it's not gonna be the ladies'. Unless you get a real cooperative, your kisser's gonna look a lot worse than it did in your apartment last night when I get through with it. But since what you're gonna tell me has to be in private, let's say we talk it over outside. That's a good boy. I'd hate to have to pay for busting up this first-rate joint. So move your fanny hood and start exercising your tongue. It's gonna be doing a lot of wagging when I get you into the alley. Hey, creep, I already got his breakfast on, and he didn't pay the tab. You're gonna bring him back square up, or do I have to call the law dogs? Why does everybody talk like this? This is crazy. But at least we know that Targitt's alive. I don't know how, but also Tambach is alive, which is weird because I thought he died. I thought they killed him with the skulls. Okay, Tambach, spill it. Like you were in the final round and name that tune. You set me up last night. You put you up to it and why? Come on, clown. This is Ringling Brothers and don't let me laugh at Emmett Kelly. What the fuck does any of that even mean? Those are references from decades ago. I don't fucking know, man. Okay, I don't want no trouble with the law. It was this creep named Professor Death. It's you he's after. He had me fake my wasting last night, paid me, then I was supposed to skip country. I got a ticket for a flight to Rio this afternoon, but I swear that's all I know. He threatened to really knock me off if I didn't do what he said. Professor Death. I seem to remember. The gas. He was standing over me, threatening me. Getting dizzy again, just like last night. You're in with him. Must have had a shot. Cyanide, somehow, somewhere on you. Hitting, everything spinning. Going dark. Losing consciousness. Can't stay on my feet. Of course you can't, Targitt, and you won't even stand on him again. A simple shot of cyanide from my tie clasp, and the mighty John Targitt cashes in. A cop's a cop, even in a nutty costume, and one of them dies just as easy as any other. Clang! Wrong, Mr. Tambach. But then no two-bit mobster figures on a greasy spoon, hash slinger fed an agent for the FBI. Oh, shit. John? John Targitt. Can you hear me, John? Please answer me. It's me, John. Peggy. Can you hear me? Can you say anything? No, he's fucking done. Oh, no, he's not. He's alive. Okay, yeah, everything's a little hazy, but I'm reading you. Where am I? In the back of a diner. I dragged you here and called your employers. You what? I fucking hate Carl. She found your ID card, John, and we came running. You gave us a bad scare, Targitt, and we thought you'd finally bought it. And you might have, Agent Brewer here hadn't recognized you. All in the line of duty, I assure you. Oh, really, I'm assured. Oh, what, she doesn't like her? Jackie, what the fuck, she's fine. Pull in your claws, girls. For now, this is strictly business. Close up the diner, Peggy, and get out a videotape projector. We're somewhat familiar with this Professor Death character, Targitt, and we'd like you to take a look at what we have. Now we know. The man responsible for Tambach's killing, the man who's trying to build a criminal empire, is this man, Professor Death. Who is this guy, Carl? Why the fancy name? Just watch the movie, John. Let the film explain. Start the projector, Hunch. Somebody get the lights. Okay, Professor Hannibal Burns, alias Professor Death. Born 1944, Munich, Germany. Adopted by Andrew Burns, Colonel, U.S. Army. In late October 1973, Professor Burns was connected with an Exeter Research Corporation, a federally financed think tank located in Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, the exact nature of Professor Burns' experiments was lost, but it is known he was working with a form of nerve gas known as Death-X-13. On October 23, 1973, these photographs were taken by the security camera which monitors all lab work. Professor Burns was completing some delicate chemical analysis when a beaker containing Death-X-13 and other highly volatile chemicals was knocked to the ground, resulting in an explosion. Okay. Oh my god. Ugh, reading too much too fast. The security guard arrived shortly after the explosion to find the room in shambles, and Professor Burns, apparently, dead. He's gotta be. Nobody can survive something like this. But Professor Burns had survived indeed. He was a man, transformed, bathed in chemicals, drenched in the nerve gas Death-X-13. Hannibal Burns had changed both physically and mentally. Strangling the guards, Burns stole the man's clothes and vanished. He was sent surface as the head of a rapid-growing crime ring. And last night, he's the first time Professor Death stepped out into the open. This is incredible. Quite. The man is patiently mad, and dangerous as an atomic bomb. You realize now what killed Tombach, don't you? Death's nerve gas, Death-X-13. He's renamed it Death-13, and with it he can become the Lord of Crime, in case you hadn't guessed. Thankfully, though, we convinced Ralph here of the error of his ways. He was kind enough to tell us where the Professor Death is holed up. It's your next assignment. Just a minute, Carl. What am I supposed to do with the professor? Tickle him into submission? I don't have my guns, and I still feel a little weird from that gas. I do think my helmet filtered out most of it, but I still feel changed somehow. You won't need guns, John. They aren't the answer. With a nut like Professor Death, these servo mechanisms and bulletproof costume I got from Tri-Point Corp, you're going in like a Sherman tank. So he's getting a new costume? Whoa, gang, whoa. Don't I get time to practice with these goodies a bit? Sorry, John, but you've got to get moving. I just hope we're not already too late. 6 pages. You've got 6 pages left to kill Professor Death. Alright? So let's fucking get to it. 25 minutes later, at a boat basin in Manhattan's Upper West Side. It's gonna work, Professor. It's a cinch. It can't lose. Control your enthusiasm, Borden. I assure you in this life nothing is assured. As the saying goes, man can be certain of only 2 things. Death and taxes, gentlemen. I am Death. Ha! I like him. I like Professor Death. That was funny. That was genuinely funny. Bingo! Tabak's information panned out. That's Professor Death. Okay. They need to get this dude's name right. It's Tambek, or Tawik. It's like he's only got one name, motherfuckers. And those must be his merry men. I already have control of 54% of the Cindy's underworld, and naturally that's not quite enough. To gain power over the remaining 46%, we will proceed with Project's Death's Head. But first, Jonathan, get Targitt! What? Don't worry, Professor, I got him. What the fuck? Professor wants to speak with you, buddy. What the Professor wants, he gets. Feel strange, stronger. Death comes to everyone, big boy. But nobody gets me. Oh, he did a judo. Professor won't like this, mister. He's gonna be mad, maybe blame me. Yeah, well, tough. You shouldn't have done that, mister. But the Professor said he wants to talk with you. I'm only doing what the Professor said. Wait, but I'm not getting weak. I feel stronger? But just doing what the Professor said. That poor idiot. That's something I owe Professor Death. Making me hurt an imbecile like... Well, Mr. Targitt? How do you know that guy's dumb? You don't know that. Won't you step into the cabin? Guns. I'd better cool it for now. Wait, what? How did this happen? The glare from the lights does nothing to diminish the sight or sound of the man before Targitt, a man he is rapidly growing to hate. In a way, I admire you, Targitt. You're brave, you're persistent, and you're not without intelligence. But at the same token, you're a fool. No one but a fool would dare to attack Charon's chariot. I mean my yacht. So I'm a fool, yeah, that's my job. Precisely. I'd like to offer you another job, Targitt. When I first encountered you last night at Tambucks, I felt that you were a threat. That's why I tried to kill you. But when you survived, I realized a threat can become an ally. This is a death's head. It contains 1.03 grams of a certain nerve gas, which I call Death 13. 6 men stand in the way of my assuming total control of New York's underworld. These death's heads will remove those men. That strange feeling of power again. Why? Why is he feeling powerful? Why is he feeling strong? Something about the gas? I'd like you to be my messenger, Targitt. Does it pay well? Very well. How much? To start, a token of presentation? A token of appreciation. A token of presentation? That's stupid. 100,000. Forget it. Everyone thinks they can buy me, but the FBI, now you, well, buddy, I'm not for sale. I'm sick and tired of being lowered to the level of scum. I'm fighting. Well, no more! Holy smoke, he just ripped those chains out of solid oak. Yeah, whoa, that's a lot of strength. That's like superpowers level. You creeps have taken shots at me, gassed, beaten, stuck me up to the wall like a damn butterfly. I've had it. And now you're gonna get it. Look out! That skull spells death! Yeah, he knows! Go to the head of the class, dead man! It'll kill us all! Forget it, Professor. I didn't kill me before and it won't now. You see, I'm moving target. And death wants me, it'll have to stop me first. You've ruined everything. Why didn't you join me? Why? Why? Good. He's strong. His hands feel like steel choking me. I've got to do something. Wait. The servo-mech's in my costume. Is that it? His costume gives him super strengths? This is incredible. I've been beaten, chained, gassed, choked, and yet I feel fine. I feel powerful. Cough, choke. Stop him, you fools. He's escaping. Who cares, Professor? That means we can escape this gas trap too. Run for it, guys. Ah, there's the vibrations of the generator, the motor. Boy, have those bums got a surprise coming. Forget it, fellows. This time the rats will go down with the ship. Kaboom! The harbor is as silent as any place can be early one New York morning. Only the sound of falling debris adds to the city's symphony. Then dawn filters through the murky atmosphere of the dock. I've changed, but I'm ready. I'll never again wait for evil. No more just a moving target for today. The Man Stalker is born. Good. That's the end of Targitt and the birth of Man Stalker. He has Iron Man armor. He has guns. He has an immunity to poisons now. He's a dangerous motherfucker, and I would love to see more of his adventures. But that's it. This is the end of it. You guys were here for the journey. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Man, I wonder who would win, Targitt or Punisher? Because Targitt has like super strength and a bulletproof costume and shit. Punisher doesn't have those things. But anyway, that's it for this. I gotta say, man, I really liked Targitt. I really liked this. I really like this type of character. The spy, secret agent, vigilante character is really pretty cool to me. I really like it a lot. I think that the whole Death's Head thing was kind of a bit much. I think there's better ways they could have ended it, but they didn't know. They had no idea. And I also kind of like how this is at least an ending. The ending was a little bit sloppy. He blows up the ship. We're only led to assume that Professor Death dies in the explosion, but it is what it is, right? At least it ended. And it ended without a cliffhanger. We're told that something new is going to start, and of course we know that Man Stalker never continued. But at least we got an end to Targitt. And for me, for Atlas Comics, that's good. But that's it for this one. If you guys liked reading this comic with me and you want to read more comics with me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and donate to my Patreon so I can do even cooler stuff. But until next time, nerds, stay heroic.